Previously on Miles in Transit.
We're traveling from Mexico to Canada on local transit, but right now we're stuck in Crescent City, California because a tsunami is coming and the world's scariest siren is letting us know.
Yes, go this way. So I guess we're safe now,
We're out of the zone. 9 is the end of the zone. Oh my god, this is one of the most terrifying things I've ever heard.
I'm glad we got the water. Just
we got some clean water.
Did we get our name? We didn't even get our name, did we?
No. You're so generous.
This must be the place where they're watching them. I saw some screens. Maybe they're watching the weather or something. Alright, that's very loud. Well, I guess I can check off having an air horn siren dictate
I'm not
an
sure
evacuation in my bucket list.
I'm not sure I ever thought I would ever hear a tsunami siren in real time.
Alright, so this is the school. That door was open. I don't know if we're supposed to go in there. There's no one parked. Because they tell you to go on foot.
It looks like everyone's just driving out of town. So, is there going to be anybody here?
I hope so. Oh, it's not open. I made that up.
Try that front one.
Yeah.
Nobody's here, I swear to God.
That'll suck. Alright, let's try it. This doesn't seem... Why would they list this as a stupid...
It's fucking locked.
Oh my god. Okay.
Let's try some more entrances. They listed this on... Oh, this had just debris. Yeah, this was not open.
What's the damn point? I mean, there's some people parked here, I guess.
This is the nicest entrance.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah,
No. Okay. The high school is listed as the other evacuation point, but I don't trust the map anymore. Oh god, okay, this map is from 2010.
Okay, yeah, alright.
We're walking to the Walmart via the high school.
Walk.
I think at this point, I feel pretty safe up here. I think it's mostly just having an indoor place so we can just hang out, you know?
Right, because it is kind of getting a little bit chilly. People seem to be hanging out in this parking lot a little bit, actually.
Oh, okay. All right, we found a spot here at the high school. There actually are some other people around.
There's
just
some cars in
hanging
the
out.
parking lot. There are people walking around. We're just gonna hunker down here for a little while and see what happens.
I think I'm just happy to be in a place where other people are. It was very quiet at the elementary school, and it was scary.
The quiet was really eerie, especially after that siren.
It seems like they should just unlock the school and let people hunker down inside. It's kind of funny that literally Crescent City is the place where this is happening. Look at this.
Wow.
Localized upgrade to tsunami warning for just Crescent City.
Wow, we're in the epicenter of this thing. Oh my god.
It looks like the expected wave heights haven't increased and remain low.
Yeah.
And it just says, don't be close to the beach. So,
right. Which we're not. Just Crescent City.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
great.
wound up
I
in-
picked a great place to have a layover tonight.
No, not your. How could you have known? This
true.
day is just the weirdest fucking day.
So they announced the high school as an evacuation point now officially, on Facebook.
So more cars have started coming in, which gives me a little bit of hope. So hopefully, if things really get f***ed, we can just kind of walk around and ask some of these people if we can get in their car.
It's just they've updated the alert to 36 hours, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, exactly. And it says first wave is never the high, so this could be a pretty permanent situation.
I guess I'm just hoping that city people show up at some point
To offer some direction. Yeah, exactly.
Right now
But
it's
how many city people are there? This city is tiny. Wait, look at that.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
And you weren't there. Right after we talked,
Yeah, right.
really shortly after.
that
all of a
siren
sudden the siren
happened,
went off
right.
and everything.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
We'd already started.
really? Oh, you had already
We'd already started
walking.
Yeah, we
walking
started
up.
walking to the elementary school.
Well, thank goodness, but
Yeah.
I didn't know you, so I went and knocked on your door.
We felt so
And
bad.
you
We should have
said,
gotten your
"No, that's
number.
okay."
We,
I know, I thought that too. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
right.
didn't figure it would be that fast.
Thank you so
I
much
know.
for thinking of
Right?
us.
If you would like to sit in a car.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Is that okay? Yeah, I
Of
really
course.
appreciate
It's kind
you.
of cold out here.
Is there an update?
No, all the comments are just well, it's 10:30. Where is it? Yeah, they're gonna do a live stream, but they can't figure out how to do it. It looks like.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, here, just listen to this.
Can't thank you enough for joining.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no. All right,
Do we have the heater
let
on?
me do this in the YouTube app.
So they're forecasting about a little over 2.5 to potentially nearly 5 foot tsunami wave. The potential is that when the high tide comes around 3 a.m., that water could be exceeding the highest high tide. And in that case, space, you could have water that's inundating normally dry land.
I can't believe the only safe spaces are parking lots. They're not opening the building. Not the height. That's crazy. I feel lucky we found you guys and at least have like a warm car.
Right? Thank you guys again so much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe. We'll be back with you here tonight or tomorrow morning as updates need to happen.
Oh, it stopped.
Well, that sounded like that was pretty much it.
They released an updated map that still had our hotel in the area of danger. There weren't any available hotels that night in the safe parts of town, so we decided to make the 2-hour drive inland to Grants Pass, Oregon, where we had been able to find a couple spare hotel rooms.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
You guys, are you locked in?
No, I just figured it out. All right,
Alright.
we'll keep in touch.
Nice meeting you
Great to
guys.
meet you. Oh, you can hear it ringing in there.
There it goes. Hello. We are checking in very late, and we were wondering if anybody could assist us. We booked the room around 11 p.m. last night. The reason being...
Tonight, yeah.
Yeah, tonight. We're evacuating from the tsunami.
I know, but hear me out. We're full.
I have my reservation number.
I don't need that. Thank you. Hold on 1 second. I don't have a room, sir. The suite is completely taken apart.
I'm sorry, but I mean, like, it was... obviously you don't have it. It was available on the website, and we, like, booked directly from the web. I obviously not trying to...
Yeah, certainly not going to charge you or anything. They got it from the third party. How many are you?
2.
The suite has a bedroom that is ready, but the entire living room where 2 beds are
Right.
is pulled apart.
We could probably...
I don't mind you guys sleeping in it, you know what I mean?
We could probably... We could make the bedroom work. Yeah, exactly. No.
I'll never meet you at the window.
Alright, really appreciate it.
She accidentally left this room available, even though it's kind of torn apart, I guess. Oh, this is fine. Wow, she made it sound like it'd be horrible.
Yeah, right. I can live with this.
Okay, so this is like the completed
This
bed.
is like the complete, yeah, right.
Oh.
All this stuff is like on the chair in there, right?
Yeah, it feels doable to sleep in one of those.
Exactly.
I don't know what the hell happens from here, but something will happen tomorrow.
This was our 22-hour adventure day.
I know, right?
And our previous
Oh,
hotel
yeah.
key, which I never returned. I have no idea what to do about that, but
No idea what'll happen.
yeah.
The next day.
Oh, look at this. First view of Grants Pass in the daytime. Thankfully, it seems like the tsunami, there wasn't much to it. The waves were smaller than they expected.
Miles looked on the Facebook page for Crescent City, and he said today they're having their farmers market, so it evidently
Yeah.
can't have been that disruptive. So
The bus-
we're going back.
So luckily the tsunami ended up being very minor, with only Crescent City Harbor sustaining any damage. Still, I'm glad we evacuated just in case things were much worse, and we want to thank Carol again for thinking of us and getting us out of town. Same goes for the woman in Crescent City who offered her guest room and gave us a jug of water. We're sorry we never got your name. Today is a catch-up day. We're taking the Oregon Point bus back to Crescent City to spend another night there before resuming the trip tomorrow. Even though the awful minibus used on this route, the worst one of the trip to be honest, would feel right at home on many of the local services we've taken thus far, the Point is an inner-city service whose tickets can only be purchased in advance through Amtrak or Greyhound. It's up to you if you want to write off the entire journey because of this, but as far as we're concerned, this was a non-canonical deviation, and we'll be rejoining the local itinerary tomorrow from the exact same place we ended it last night.
I feel like a bit of a chump.
A little bit.
She was like, oh, we knew nothing would happen. But she seemed so...
Yeah, so blasé about it.
Apparently, we were the only people who left.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
Right. I mean, it doesn't look like anything got damaged. I'm glad to see the city wasn't wiped off the face of the earth after yesterday, but,
Yeah.
well,
The next day, we rejoined the canonical local transit trip back on the RCT-20, using the same old truck minibus as last time, but with a much louder soundtrack.
Oh, memories. Do you remember hanging out here when there was a tsunami? I guess now you get to see our evacuation point in the daytime.
Yep.
And I'll be happy to never see it again.
yep.
The bus made its way to Smith River, right on the border with Oregon. However, according to the driver, a dispute with the Tolowa-Dani Nation pushed the transfer point with our next bus, the CPT Coastal Express, back to this odd stop outside of a taqueria.
Thank you very much for making sure we got off the right spot. I appreciate that.
This is the littlest little minibus.
This first bus would only get us part of the way up the route, but with a full trip cost of $24, it was actually a bit cheaper to buy a $20 punch card offering $22 in value.
And luckily they were approved by Dana Hall, so we know they're legit.
Right, I hope we're not traveling on any modes of transit on this trip that were not approved by Dana Hall.
Oregon welcomes you.
We are in Oregon.
All right.
State number 2.
So we're a third of the way done, right?
After picking someone up directly from his house and doing a special deviation so he could pay his rent, we got dropped off in Brookings. We had an hour and a half here to check out the surprisingly massive Fred Meyer, visit the absolutely incredible Mill Beach, and grab some KFC for the next trip. This continuation of the Coastal Express was an over 3-hour trek, which, as the name suggests, offered breathtaking coastal vistas. Our driver Jane was quite the character, regaling us with personal stories of driving buses, making dresses, working at the zoo, and witchcraft.
This is Port Orford, where the bus is actually signed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, now she's not going to leave without us.
Yeah, good point. We're running a raised food place to go to the bathroom and get the driver a water.
It's also clear that she really cares about the citizens she serves. At one of our stops, she noted that one of her regulars hadn't gotten on the bus in several days and promised to call his wife later to make sure he was okay. Jane was less positive about the bus's terminus in North Bend, wishing us luck on our 45-minute layover in what she referred to as crap country.
Okay, I kind of thought this would be like a mall looking at it above, but I think it's just a strip mall.
There might be something on this corner. It's a cool mall.
It's a real mall.
These are some 90s ass Burger King chairs.
Oh, that's cool. There's also this really jank little escape room with some nice AI generated artwork, which really makes me want to do an escape room.
Alright, well, maybe Jane had a point. Now our next bus was the Seacat Florence Express, for which reservations are strongly encouraged.
But evidently not super required, and I didn't want to make one because that would go against our rules.
Yeah.
For this trip, I'm actually going to skip to the end and let us discuss it retroactively.
That bus was a ride where we were like scared to talk or move. Jeez Louise, I'm glad to be free of that bus. That was the most unfriendly bus driver in the world. So we get on the bus. This guy comes running up to the bus and says, hey, my grandmother, I think, and I have to get on this bus. We have to go to Florence. And the driver says, well, I'm about to leave. And the guy says, all right, that's okay, just a sec. And the bus driver is like, she's like grumbling and everything. She's like complaining because it's right at the time of departure and getting the wheelchair on board is gonna like make us late.
It only sounds like that when it's in extreme pain.
She gets back on the bus after the wheelchair people are in place, and she says to us, by the way, you should ask me before taking my picture. She said, what are you doing this for? And we said, oh, we're taking a transit trip up the West Coast. And like most people are kind of friendly when we say that. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And she said, here in Oregon, we like people to ask before you take their pictures. So it was like a very tense situation already. But then, right as we're pulling out, the guy says, oh my God, I still have my father's credit card. Can you stop the bus really quick so I can get out and give it to him?
Yeah.
And she says, young man, we are already 4 minutes late.
I'm sorry, I gotta go.
She starts driving off.
Yeah.
Which is like awful. And like I would forgive those people for being really upset about that because we got to every subsequent stop early.
Like 5 minutes early, we just sit there.
Oh, we arrived right on time. Interesting. We would sit there to hold for time. And she drives this bus every day and knows the padding. So she was just denying these people the opportunity to get out and give the card to the people out of meanness. So anyway, we didn't get any other ons and offs the rest of the time.
I know.
And then we just kind of like, here we are.
Alright, how about we show off a good bus ride now?
We can see the attractions we can visit on this bus on the side of it. Okay, we'll do a 5 for the two of us.
You going to Yachats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Oh, hi. Oh, Jackson, do you want the window?
I don't know.
Oh, you sit there, okay.
I'm not going south. I go back north.
Oh my god, look at the dunes. Yeah, I might need to run over.
Yeah, go for it.
Wow, the clouds are like in you can see the cloud. I can't even describe it. Oh, sea cave. What? That looks so cool. 25 miles an hour for the sharp curves.
Look at this like stone wall along the edge.
Never seen anything like this before.
This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Holy smokes, we got a tunnel. Then we're gonna come out, and I'll bet it'll be another amazing view.
So I guess we're
3, 2, 1. Oh, yes.
There's a guy and a dog out there on the rocks.
That is
Must have been
crazy.
challenging to get there.
Oh, hey, bud.
This is Ted. There's 2.
Yeah.
That's Buddy over there who is 16 and incidentally deaf. I don't think we should let that define him. Oh, we're getting into town. Look at this.
Oh, this is like a great town.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Okay, that was by far the most gorgeous bus ride I have taken in my life.
Yeah, which we were saying about the North State Express, but
Yeah,
this
right. This
actually
easily
did
trumps
beat
that.
that quite a lot.
Yeah, the North State Express was phenomenal, but this one was like whatever's beyond phenomenal.
Because I've never seen anything like that before. I've never been above the clouds by the water.
Some of the most gorgeous sightseeing I've ever seen, and from a bus window, no less.
I know.
Holy moly. And so the town where we're staying, Yachats, looks really cool. We're only a couple blocks away from this delightful little commercial strip that had a guitar shop, like a winery, a little bookstore, an ice cream shop, a couple restaurants. So all right, I guess the first order of business is to check into the lighthouse where we are staying tonight.
Yes.
And then we can explore the downtown a little bit more.
But you only get to see the lighthouse if you're on Patreon.
The next day.
Okay, so losing a day to the tsunami actually had some pretty big implications for this trip. Now we wouldn't be able to get up to Washington until Saturday at the earliest, but several routes in our plan up there only run on weekdays. Since this meant we were effectively down for the count until Monday, we decided to slow the trip down a bit, starting by taking a later bus out of Yachats. Hopefully you're seeing from the footage here why this was a great idea. Yachats is a pretty magical place. And expensive.
This was $17.
I guess those go hand in hand.
All right, so we're heading out from Yachats at, 1:39. This bus leaves at 1:45. I also love this livery. It's really neat. Okay, if I do $6 for both of us? Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Should we do the luxury seat?
Yeah.
As we make the 50-minute trip up to Newport, I want to take a moment to talk about the amazing Art Deco bridges along the Oregon Coast Highway. Most of these were designed in the 20s and 30s by a single master builder, Conde McCullough. Each of his many bridges is a work of art, and ODOT has gone to great lengths to preserve them along this scenic coastal road. On this bus, we passed over one of McCullough's greatest works, the Aquina Bay Bridge, heading into Newport.
We have 3.5 hours here.
It looks like there's a lot to explore.
Here we are, the start of US Highway 20, the longest state highway, the longest US highway. Oh, the water's warm. What?
Whoa, wait.
What?
The water's warmer than the air.
What an enigmatic staircase.
I don't like this.
I think you're technically allowed to walk on it.
We're not looking up because that is scary. Nonetheless, we are safe on this sidewalk here.
Welcome to Bayfront District. I really thought this was gonna be a touristy area, and it kind of is, but there's like industrial activity happening too. Oh, smell the fish. Oh, yeah.
A lot of this smells pretty rank, but
No, it smells awesome. So we're out here on the dock of
we are out here.
Clearwater Restaurant. What did you get? So Jackson got some like pasta shrimp.
This is one of the best things I've ever eaten. This is like foodgasm territory.
Man, I just downed my clam chowder and it was
euphoric.
amazing. Ooh, green onions.
Green onions, wow. Green onions, incredible pasta, and free postcards.
What a legend.
Oh wait, this is a remake of it with really bombastic drum part. This is not the original 1962 Green Onions.
Feels like the single shelter isn't really enough here. Oh, I see. They just took the benches out of these shelters so one has to just hang out around them. That's pretty awful.
Newport was a blast, and we still had some great bus rides ahead of us. This LCT North County bus was the busiest we've been on in a while, yet also extremely homey. The driver and other passengers enthusiastically pointed out viewpoints and attractions along the entire ride. Hey, did you know that Depot Bay is supposedly the world's smallest harbor? This is another McCullough Bridge too.
Now that is a fun fact.
The 50-minute transfer to our next bus was at the Chinook Winds Casino, which was depressing. Luckily, there was a beach nearby to pass the time.
Why is the bus stop here if all the buses board from here? There's our bus coming.
We're on a different agency now, the TCTD, but it feels much more seamless thanks to all of the transit systems in this region sharing a unified Northwest Connector website. Nice one, guys. Dusk was falling as we made our final trip to the coast until Journey's End in Washington. This was Pacific City, which felt nothing like its Atlantic counterpart in New Jersey. For better or for worse. There was also a great rural transit moment where we picked someone up from their friend's house in the middle of nowhere to bring them into town.
Alright, very suddenly we've entered Tillamook.
Home of my favorite cheese on planet Earth. Have a really good night.
Thanks a lot. I find it fascinating that we are definitely in farm/cow/dairy country, but it smells like manure out here.
Oh, that smells like manure.
This should probably be reserved for the Patreon director's cut, but I don't care. Look at this ultra rare Champion bus CTS RE that was parked outside of our motel. Only 7 agencies in North America ever had them, 6 of which were in Oregon. This was an insane find, and you get to look at it because it's my video. I can do what I want.
The next day.
Okay, this next day was extremely straightforward. One 2-hour, $15 trip on the TCTD coastliner brought us inland through Tillamook State Forest to the suburban traffic of Portland, which was jarring to see after being in small towns for so long.
We are in Portland.
We've been passing all this really cool density, a bunch of apartment buildings surrounding really leafy parks. We've gotten a good first impression. Thank you.
City. It's a city.
We're in a city for the first time in like 4 days.
We'll be back here.
Spawn. We had a great weekend in Portland. You've seen some of our adventures here on this channel already, with more to come. But the trip started up again Sunday night.
I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going.
Welcome to Union Station on the Yellow Line. This is a very clerical but canonical trip. We're just going up to enter Washington. This is a big deal.
Go by train, can do.
We evidently had so much fun in Portland, this whole ride's gonna be dark. I mean, if you're curious, it's just street running. Alright, and there's our bus waiting. Oops, sorry. This is our first canonical full-size bus since Santa Rosa, California.
It's sure been a while. It's nice to be back in Gillig City. Alright, I think we're in Washington.
Alright.
State number 3.
Hell yeah. Also, you know where we're getting off?
Where are we getting off?
Next stop.
Oh wow.
There was only a one-stop ride the entire trip. Vancouver.
Canada.
Thank you. Alright, tomorrow's gonna be an insane day, so you gotta stick around for it.
The next day.
Alright, good morning.
It's the last day, hopefully.
Hopefully. Welcome to the final push for victory. We're covering all of Washington in one day, and more specifically, I'm doing a speed run from Vancouver to Vancouver so I can catch my red-eye flight back to the East Coast tonight. If we miss one connection, we're down but not out. If we miss 2 connections, we're pretty much going.
Play ball, or don't play ball.
The quick C-Tran jaunt up to the 99th Street Transit Center was easy enough. Shout out to Taylor, by the way, a C-Tran planner who randomly recognized us on the bus. And we had plenty of time for our thrice-a-day connection up to Longview. This route was previously run by the Lower Columbia Community Action Program, but after they lost funding, River Cities Transit was thankfully able to secure the money to run it themselves. Honestly, I think it's in better hands being operated by an actual transit agency, and the minibus was super busy. Most of our buses today are highway express routes, and the 511 is no exception. This is why we're able to get through Washington so much faster than Oregon. Thank you.
Thank you, have a good one.
Alright, welcome to Longview. Oh, hi, Sunny. West Coast Sunny. We had a short connection here at the beautiful River Cities Transit Center onto the 45, which was a quick ride across the Cowlitz River to the Kelso Safeway. Our transfer was long enough to grab some lunch for later on this jam-packed day, and then...
A lot of people are transferring from the first bus to the second bus to
what
the
the
third
hell?
bus. Oh.
Oh, God. Okay. It's gonna... I thought this... Okay. Well...
Alright, let's do it.
We're gonna fit on this?
So how many are going?
Me and him.
So we have room for 6 easily.
Okay.
No, it's no charge.
Oh, that's another Centralia bus. It's free.
Okay. I wasn't expecting this to be the jankest bus in the entire trip.
Got the honors.
Yeah.
Of course.
Closing the door. I guess it's worth noting we're leaving them in early, but we literally can't fit anyone else on. So I suppose, what else can you do? I will say, for how jank this vehicle is, it is not at all jiggly.
The jiggly quotient is 0.
Every stop, it's like, please, no one be waiting. I don't know what happens, right? End up leaving someone behind.
exactly.
But no one here. Well, it's somewhere out there, but we cannot see it.
Yeah, we know Mount St. Helens is there.
Ooh, okay, there are 2 people here. I'm curious what will happen.
I'm gonna have the other bus pick you guys up. I'm full. He's coming here in just a couple minutes. Purple to brown. I'm hoping you can pick up 3 riders at 68. I'm full, actually. Yep, your guys are good. He'll be here in just a couple of minutes. I imagine.
Alright, good. Crisis averted. Remember how great the River Cities Transit Center was? Well, it doesn't feel like Lewis County funds its buses quite as well. But, you know, there was a novelty to getting dropped off in the middle of a parking lot masquerading as a transit center named after some induction charging technology for sketchy retrofitted gilligs that, at time of filming, didn't actually work. But also, I'm a sucker for a good pulse. That's when all the buses at a transit center arrive and leave at the same time for easier connectivity. That's what Lewis County does, and it worked great. Next stop, Olympia, the capital of Washington. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Oh, hi. What's your name?
Evergreen Transit.
Oh, Evergreen. Good to meet you.
Yep.
I think we're fleeing. We're gonna get on a 620.
The 620 is right over there.
All right, cool.
Oh, that is exactly the info we needed.
Contrary to its name, Intercity Transit mostly runs local service in and around Olympia, but we were on their express route to Lakewood, complete with personal reading lights on a city bus. Intercity Transit generally runs a pretty impressive network, but soon after filming this video, they split this route we're on into express and local variants. The express speeds the trip up by nearly half an hour, but with a serious drop in frequency to both. We're talking hour-plus gaps on a route that used to be half-hourly. I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. Oh gosh, you can smell the fire here.
Welcome to August. It's fire season around here.
What? One more stop.
All right, how we doing? $12.25.
$3.
Oh, you need to have money.
Lunchtime.
Yum. Almost sarcastic.
Smell this.
Ugh. After so many minibuses and gilligs and
We've been
whatever other
suffering
crap.
on so much crap for the past week. Now we finally get a classy bus. This is the most excited I've been in like a while.
An articulated Excelsior. It's a suburban Excelsior.
You know where I'd be sitting.
Oh God. Alright, I'm not sitting there. Good Lord. These seat moquettes are crazy. It's like this weird, wacky map that I can't quite parse. And we have to test the recline. Yeah. But that's nice that it exists.
You may be able to recline, but are you sitting in the warm part of the bus?
I would rather
the hell not.
die. Sound Transit's comprehensive network of express routes across the Puget Sound region never fails to amaze me, and it's fun to imagine how mobility in cities like Boston would transform with a network like this. This route to Seattle runs every half hour at a minimum. Sunny unfortunately had to get off in Tacoma, but this was where our cadre of Seattle's best foamers really expanded.
I'm Andrea.
Hi, Zach. Ethan.
Alex.
I'm sorry.
You did this trip
I
long
did this
ago.
trip a year ago in the other direction, and so this is very full circle to be a part of Miles' trip now.
Very excited.
right.
This was the best crew to have around to explain what the hell was going on when our bus left the highway well before it was supposed to.
You're on green route. Okay, for context. Sometimes when the traffic gets too bad, they'll reroute onto Airport Way to bypass I-5.
My friend did look like pretty destroyed earlier, so this is probably
Oh, it's the ramp closed.
We're going all the way on Airport Way.
Is that good or bad for us?
So this is probably going to add, I'd say, about 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Not fully cooked, just lightly toasted.
We're getting some bonus plane foaming here.
Yeah, exactly.
Our options are basically
You probably do want to take
Yeah.
the train.
You want to take the train?
Basically, the multiple connectors.
Are we doing train? Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the busway. I've had drivers going 55 through here before.
Wow, great impression.
We can easily make
Oh God, are we gonna make this?
I've made this. We can
We're gonna make it?
We'll make it.
Okay. Full send?
Full set.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh God. When do we tap?
On it.
Okay.
Someone get him.
Oh jeez. Good job, former crew.
We made it.
We took the one line straight through Seattle out to Linwood on the other side, where the best bus of the trip was waiting.
One thing that's all the buses we've had so far on this trip have had in common is they have had one deck.
Yes.
This one does not.
This exceeds everything
This exceeds
I could
the
ever
number of
want.
decks we have gotten so far on any bus.
Get the foamer seats.
Watch your head.
Yes.
We're doing it.
So I've never kind of new
Just
to
enjoy it.
test it out. Whoa.
Yeah, it's far. I still got room, honestly.
No, I won't be annoyed. And yes, I know we could have saved 50 cents by taking the just as frequent and just as fast community transit route instead, but that bus would have only had one deck. Checkmate. Despite the reroute scare on the 594, we were thankfully still able to make the trip on the Skagit Transit 90X that we had been shooting for. Third to last bus. This is the home stretch. All right, we've had a changing of the guards. All the Seattle foamers are gone. Now we have Bruce with us. Unfortunately, we hit a snag. Boeing's massive factory in Everett has a shift change at 2:30 p.m., so this 3:10 p.m. bus was getting caught in the rush heading north of the city. Are you checking the bridge? Yep. We are stuck in just completely standstill traffic, which would suggest something.
There was a lane closure at 242, so 40 minutes ago. And it's only one lane through here too. So we're gonna be here for a while.
Oh good. We're moving again, although slowly.
Here comes the draw span. It's a draw span. Look at that.
We're finally leaving Seattle. From here on out, it's just farmland, pastures, and a lot of manure.
Apparently there's another lane closure ahead, so we might have to actually walk up and ask the driver to hold the bus for us.
Right.
Or rather, hold the next one. It's starting to look risky.
This is the traffic from the bridge being shut down to one lane.
We built as an actual bridge for salmon. This is all for salmon. To blend the fish.
Oh.
We're losing our connection for salmon.
All right, Bruce is going up to ask the driver to hold.
I hear a discussion happening.
Yeah.
no good.
Really?
Oh, really?
They don't hold for the feeder buses.
Oh.
Something I did not learn all today.
Annoyingly, we have to deviate to the South Vernon park and ride. This deviation is the difference probably between us making the connection and not.
Alright, it is now officially 4:10.
This is terrible. It left, and we're right there. We're gonna see it. We're totally gonna see it. God, it left a minute late. If it had waited like 2 extra minutes.
There's a bike.
That's really frustrating because it's probably
Transit center's right here. We could have there is a red light. Do you want to try to run across the street?
Which doesn't stop. I mean, I don't see the point. It's fine. We can afford to miss this connection. We just kind of get a rough connection next. God.
Alright.
Yeah, fart your ass, stupid bus.
This is our first missed connection. I mean, like the tsunami was kind of a big deal. That threw us off like for a day, but this is the first time like a bus left without us on it that we were trying to get.
I guess it's good it happened now.
Right, I hope it's good that like, we're using up our bad luck now. Hopefully we get to use up our good luck on the last transfer.
I hope so. Here's the scary thing. That bus we were just on was 15 minutes late. If our next bus is more than 8 minutes late to Bellingham, we missed the last bus of the day to the Canadian border. We just have to hope that nothing else goes wrong and... oh God, what's going on? So the inbound bus, the 80X, is running 11 minutes late. It can still leave here on time. It gets in at 5:13, leaves in 5:15, but if it gets any later, it could cut into that 8-minute window we have.
It could spell a premature end to this odyssey.
Well, so be it.
Hey, you haven't been traveling up the West Coast for 8 days. No. 9 days. Just to add some intrigue here, there's a wreck in Bellingham. Thankfully, the 80X made up time, so it's here. We're still gonna let the driver know that we're transferring just in case something horrible happens.
Hopefully it's uneventful from here on out.
Hopefully. Bye.
Yeah.
See you, Bruce. Well, good. See how this goes. Oh, we couldn't talk to the driver because the driver wasn't there.
Oh, crap. All right, leaving on time. That's good.
Yes.
We can't be more than 8 minutes late.
This is just kind of a Hail Mary at this point. Don't know what's going to happen. It's good that the totally destructive missed connection only happened with 2 buses left because there's not that much left of the trip left to screw up. But arguably, it is the most important part.
Yeah.
Getting to the Canadian border. It's not far to get us to our destination.
Of course, I need to get to my flight, so there is some additional stress after that, but you don't have to worry about that. Oh, okay. It's a bit of slowness right off the bat. Oh. Alright.
Are we cooked?
Possibly. It seems like we're getting out of the traffic zone, at least.
Whew, it's pretty good this video is being neither recorded nor released in November because we are about to chuck and ride.
The chuck and park and ride. At which we are 3 minutes late. Which isn't bad. We can be 3 minutes late.
Okay, we can.
Just can't be 8 minutes late. I haven't checked that slow down at Bellingham in a while, but
maybe it's best to not know.
Okay. I gotta make a left turn out of this park and ride. Oh, okay. This is probably the most scenic route we've had all day, huh?
I guess fingers crossed we are going to get to the coast later, briefly.
Yeah. Oh, great news. The slowdown's just gone. This is where it was, and now we're able to do it. We're just taking the exit.
We're getting off at our last park and ride, which is pretty close to downtown Bellingham here. We are not getting back on the highway. Wait a second.
We're just straight to Bellingham now.
Okay.
We left there 3 minutes later, which is good.
Fingers crossed.
All right, we're closing in on Bellingham here. It's urban. Thank you. All right, well.
All right, we are here at 6:04. It's only 2 minutes late. We were kind of consistent that whole time.
And I think the 75 is running late.
We were so stressed. We're gonna make this.
This is good for you, but bad for me because I don't have a lot of time up at the border. All right, it suddenly jumped to 20 minutes late.
Right. So this connection isn't going to be stressful, but the connection of Miles to his flight in Vancouver is
extremely stressful. Oh God, it keeps getting later. I don't know where it's coming from. All right, I'm checking Pantograph, and it says it's coming from this 49. This is very helpful. You can see the block of the route, which is what the vehicle does. So if it's coming from the 49 is supposedly coming here in 2 minutes. So like, I don't know why it's still saying the 75 is going to leave in 24 minutes. But hopefully that will fix itself. Oh, it just changed. It's saying 2 minutes now. Oh, okay. I think it's gonna. Well, this is the berth, so I think it's gonna. All right, we'll follow.
Okay.
We'll see. All right, yeah, it's coming around. All right, that was so weird. What the hell was that? Way to scare me for no reason. Oh, nice.
All right.
Nice. Only a couple minutes late.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Sorry for the little delay.
No worries.
No worries.
All right, here we go.
6:13 minutes late.
Our last bus.
Yeah. So
We are going to the Canadian border on
Okay.
public transit.
Yes.
We thought there was a small little outside chance it wasn't actually going to happen, and Miles was going to have to panic and like get to his flight so he couldn't take any more days off work.
Yeah.
But we are making it to the Canadian border.
Good
Doing
lord.
it. Good Lord.
All right, like so many buses today, we'll just be flying down the highway. I think we're like 10 minutes late, so hopefully we can make some of that up.
Is this I-5 again?
Yeah.
Oh, this has been the I-5 day.
Really? Yeah.
Alright, coming in on voiceover for a sec here to let you know that if you couldn't get enough of this trip and have way too much time on your hands, there's an 11.5-hour director's cut on Patreon. Also, Jackson wrote all the music in this video and he has a new album out called The Tri-State Area. Buy it on Bandcamp or stream it wherever you get your music. My favorite tracks are R32, Work, About the Music, and selfishly the Trenton Shuffle and Time Off, which are the ones that I'm on. Anyway.
Well, we are really getting down there.
We're getting close.
It's been real.
Yeah.
We're actually able to make this happen. By
I
me,
know.
I mean Miles and his scheduling.
Well, that's you
No.
guys the Grants Pass.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Well,
When we
anyway.
almost died in the tsunami. I believe this will also make us the first YouTubers to properly do this trip.
Yes, exactly. Adam made a great video, but didn't go all the way. He kept it between the major cities.
And he used Point. And Zareth.
Yeah, Zareth, unfortunately had to take Amtrak, although we met Zareth on this trip and he's a really friendly guy, so
Yeah.
we have a lot of sympathy for his plight there.
And Adam sent me a really nice email, so
Yeah,
shout out to
exactly.
Adam if you're watching.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to both Adam and Zareth who've been friendly.
And they did this before us.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly.
They
They kind of
deserve
came
all
up with
the
the idea here. Miles wants to note that this is possible in 6 clean days.
Yeah, my itinerary was possible if there wasn't
Exactly.
a tsunami.
If not for the tsunami, we would have been able to complete this in 6 clean days, which would have made it something akin to a speed run. We also want to note, though, that you can kind of like choose your adventure, or choose your own adventure on a trip like this, because these buses stop at a lot of really cool little tiny towns and beach points and other interesting places. And you can kind of like mix and match buses and like make a trip like this take as long as you wanted to. And we kind of ended up doing that a little bit more towards the end because we had to have that weekend in Portland. So we were kind of able to like mix and match and choose cities where we wanted to stay, most notably Yachats.
And it's very affordable. It's, you know, $157.
Right. It's a little bit less than what an Amtrak would cost. We also want to note that we've mentioned this before, but a lot of these lines are lifelines for people who use them.
Yeah.
Checking all the spreadsheets and PDFs and online schedules and finding this trip and chaining these buses together was kind of like an academic exercise, a hobbyist's errand for people on the East Coast. But we met a lot of people who are taking multiple of these buses with us. So for a lot of people, chaining these buses together is just kind of everyday life.
We would like to ask that they run more frequently, but on the other hand, we would like to ask that they even continue to exist. A lot of agencies are facing cuts right now.
A lot of agencies are facing doomsday spirals. The fact that these buses exist at all is amazing. It would be nice if some of them ran more than 2 or 3 times a day and we were able to like not be constrained by these, or if a lot of buses didn't stop running at 6 p.m. forcing us to like panic. But we were able to make this happen.
Yeah.
Not in the original form we envisioned, but we did.
Oh, we're taking a break here.
Oh.
We're already 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
Oh, the driver's just getting out. Oh god. Oh god. I don't think we can really walk it in any reasonable time.
Yeah.
It's a 36-minute walk. We gotta wait for the bus.
I'm sorry, Miles.
God, why? I mean, they get the people up to that. Why couldn't you just told us when she'll leave?
Yeah, I know.
We're like 13 minutes late. I don't know if I'm gonna make it using transit to Vancouver Airport, but we'll just have to see. That's a problem for a little bit later from now.
I think the driver had done this Mount Vernon of the 80s.
I know. It's a hell of a bathroom break if it is. What?
I think she might have gone into the supermarket. There's an IGA here, which I noticed is the same as like the supermarket a couple blocks away from me in Philly. Well, anyway, long story short, transit needs funding, especially the rural stuff.
Yep. Alright, well, she's coming back. I don't know where she went.
My driver has a grocery store bag. She was very nice when we got on. There have been a lot of bus drivers who haven't been, so I don't want to be too mean, but I would understand if Miles wants to be mean because he's the one getting affected by this.
What can you do? At least we're only 21 minutes late. Alright, here we go.
note how like there were 2 people riding through as well, so
Yeah, right.
it's meant to be used as a loop.
Yeah, so we're not crazy here.
All right, final turn.
Thank you.
Cool. 23 minutes late, so a brisk walk up 2nd Street through the Peace Arch Historical State Park
Yep.
over to the border.
I don't know how you want to count it, but that's Canada over there. Like those houses are all Canadian.
Oh, so you're not allowed to like walk across the park?
They have like a moat, I think. Oh, we can see the coast.
Yeah, right.
We made it.
Where is your entry point? Is it pedestrian?
I gotta walk somewhere up there. I don't know where.
Okay. Wow. This is what a Canadian border crossing looks like. I've never been to one before. I guess
Oh,
at the
really?
airport, but
Wow, yeah. Well, this is definitely symbolic.
children of a common moth.
Mother.
Well, all right, we made it. We're at the Canadian border.
All right.
See you, Miles.
Bye. So the task was to go from the Mexican border to the Canadian border using only local transit. Thankfully, the task did not specify that I needed to get to the airport in Vancouver on transit. That last bus was so late that I needed to hitch a ride from Arden.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, my pleasure.
Please plug your channel as a gift.
Oh, sure. I'm the Greater Discussions, urban planning, transportation, Metro Vancouver. I'm your guy. We're gonna go get some local Canadian fast food.
And I'm gonna pay for it because you were so helpful.
Thank you.
And you know what currency I'm gonna use?
Which one?
Canadian dollars.